So let's go back to the sheet. It's right here. So let's just go to the cut that we have right here. I'll select this and then I'll place some horizontal rebars. So select the rebar tool and then let's see which one of these rebars we should select to go with. For example, this one. Then put the rebar settings on fixed number for layout, and that will be 4. Then select the type 18 rebar itself, and then go into the plan and click here and here. Alright, now go back to the SOFISTIK tab and put the visibility on solid. So it's right here. Let me just go back to the sheet. Alright, let's go to the 3D now. Then once again here we select the assign tool, select this and hit OK. So it's gonna be here, so click yes. So the message says that these already exist in the sheet. I'll just check this box and hit yes, so it applies to all of them. Alright, now select the set mark option and hit OK here and OK again. So now let's go back to the other sheet file here. So now we can use the tag all tool because as we said, it automatically tags the places that we select. And so if I click on this part, there we go. These are our tags. So after that, if we take a look at the shape detail tool, we have some options here. The first one of which is shape detail. If you select this window pops up. Let me just uncheck this. I'll click on these two parts. This draws out the bending line of this and it draws out the shape itself. Also, you should note that this is a 2D feature and it's a kind of a detail item. And there we go. If I put this on fine, you can see exactly what it looks like. So I'll go here and select this. So in order to explain this part, I'll select the shape detail tool and then click on the stirrup that we have here. And then I'll click down here. Now if you pay attention to the corners, let me open this up and zoom in on this. Alright, so if you actually take a look at the corners here, it specifies the diameter itself. And if you don't want to see this circle here, you can uncheck the box down here. Now, as you can see, it's been removed. So these are some of the tools that you can use. Then I'll go to the 3D and here we have the option that says all shape details. This option creates a drafting right here and then places all of these inside of it. Here we can select the scale as well. Let's go with 1/20th. Then OK. Now a drafting will be made here and then all of these bendings will be drawn inside of it. Meaning we'll have one example of each mark of rebars. This can actually be helpful when you're creating lists as well. So let's see when it actually loads up. And there we go. We have one example from each of the marks. Here you can see the type 1 and its details. And this part where you can see it specifies the dimensions by inch, you can select it and go to the edit family. Here I'll select this and open up the edit label menu. So this is the comments, we'll just leave this and hide it. I'll select the next one. So the ones like this, where you can adjust the dimensions, you can go to the units and put this on whatever you like. I'll put it on millimeters, or we can just use the project settings. I'll just put it on millimeters for now and then hit OK. Alright, then OK here as well, and I'll hide this element. Then we'll go to the next one and do this in order to get this right. So this is the next one, select it and put it on millimeters. After that, we'll go to the next one, OK here. After that, load into project. Now we can overwrite the existing file, so we'll have the applied settings from now on. And as you can see, it's in millimeters now. This one right here is the twisting one, that's why it may look a bit different, and so on. So let's go to the next one, which is 19. Here we have 304 of this type, which is the one that we copied in the columns. After that, we have 2 of these, and then 1 of this, and then 1 of this, and just this last one from this mark. So let's go back to the 3D view and the SOFISTIK tab. And as we said, that's how we can use that tool, and it can be extremely helpful to us. So after that, we have an option over here which says check, and if you select it, the option named list pops up. After that, we have another one right here which says browse. You can use this tool to find a certain mark of rebar in the file. So for example, if I type in the type 31 mark, it finds them like this. And then I can browse through the marks using this option, this spinner right here. So I'll just check the keep filters active box, and let's see, we can browse through them like this. So this option can be useful when you're trying to search for a certain mark. After that, we have a tool named warning, which lists the warnings that you have in the plan. After that, let's see what else we have here. We also have the update option, which you can hit to update the plan according to the changes. Alright, so here we have a warning. After we hit the update option, it listed all of these IDs for us. These are our warnings. Now this is an issue that we need to solve. So this usually happens because, let me just go here first and copy this, and then hit show. After that, select this one, and it's right here. So open up the type properties, and now we're going to assign a material to it. Let me just look for this and select this, then check the use render appearance box. After that, I'll select the name and copy it and hit OK. Then I'll go here and select the first ID. Alright, then select update. These errors usually happen because we haven't assigned a certain value or mass or material. It's usually this case, not always. So click show on this to see which one it is. And in some other cases, the problem is not assigning a numbering. So I'll select the renumber tool, cancel this, and then select the set marks tool and hit OK here. And then I'll use assign, select this and OK. So now we'll hit update one more time, and here it is. We'll just copy one of these IDs and then go to the manage tab. Here open up the select elements by ID and paste it. Oh, there's an issue here. I'd already added this detail in the beginning of the work. So go here and delete this. Then open up the warnings again from the SOFISTIK tab. And then copy the ID of the first one. Because this was a bit of a tutorial, I'd added some extra steps in the middle, and that's why this is happening. So this is a kind of a symbol for all of the extra steps that I used, and it's not actually related to the rebars themselves at all. So after copying that, we'll go to the SOFISTIK tab again. Alright, go back to the manage tab, then select by ID and paste the ID here. And you should also note that these are all 2D views, none of them are actually 3D. So then we go back to the reinforcement, open up the warnings, and copy the first one, and let's see what the other one says. Alright, okay. Then we go back to the manage tab, select by ID and paste. Then I'll put a semicolon and then write this second one. Now we can select both of them at the same time. So let's go back to the SOFISTIK tab and hit update. Alright, so these are okay for now. Now I'll just close this, and we don't have any warnings either. So now we'll go over to the schedule tool right here. Let me just open up the settings first. Here in the detail tab, it hasn't been assigned a family yet. So I'll select this so that the error goes away. Then we go to the schedule tab. So in here, we'll check the update images automatically box. And then in the output section, it says you want it either in the Word file or a PLB format. So in order to see what this is, I'll go here and select the UK file. Then OK here. So then we select the schedule option itself, and this time the schedule tool. Then select the sheet that we made the numbering on, and then OK. So now a Office Word file will open up, which contains all of the details, including length, mass, and everything that you want inside of it. So we have an unexpected error here, which says rebar mass per length is 0. And so it cannot actually calculate the mass. So I'll select one of these to see if it actually is true or not. So copy the first one and then hit OK. I'll explain the rest in the next part.